Hi Pisces, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your astrological report for the month of August 2022. If you could please subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. So much happening in the cosmos. We ended the month of July, and we begin the month of August with a bang, because Uranus, which is the planet of upheaval and chaos, as well as awakening and brilliance, met up with the north node of karma on July 31st at 18 degrees of the fixed earth sign of Taurus. Uranus takes 84 years to transit. It has not met up with the nodes of fate in the sign of Taurus since January of 1939. Obviously not very frequent. And this deals with the collective future and our collective destiny. So it impacts everybody, and it is shocking, it is exciting, it can be very disruptive. It's not easy energy, okay, that's for certain. And Mars, which is the planet of war and ambition, but also aggression, is a very aggressive energy, also joins this combination on August 1st. That can be a violent aspect, and it's a volatile and combative aspect. So be aware of that. It's not trying to frighten you, but we all need to be conscious. And for you, it occurs in your house of communication and information. So you may get very shocking news that surprises you. And, it is heavy energy, but it also can bring fated opportunities. The North Node is where you're meant to go towards. In Taurus, it's about growing something beautiful, of value to you, of meaning to you. Maybe you've been studying something or learning something. Maybe you get an exciting opportunity to travel or to, to take a class or to go to school or something with writing and communication. It's a lot of excitement, and there will be fated opportunities that could really be exciting too. So it's not all pejorative, but it's something that is very hard to contain and very unpredictable. The Sun and Mercury are transiting in the fixed fire sign of Leo in your house of work and daily routine. And this brings light to that area of your life, whether you're focusing on new creative projects at work or bringing light to your habits and regimen, focusing on your health. Venus, the planet of love and money, is transiting in the cardinal water sign of Cancer in your house of romance, creativity, and self-expression. Fun for you if you're single, for meeting new people, excellent for just having some joy, and excellent for creativity. We begin the month, the other thing too is that Jupiter, which is the luckiest planet and the ancient ruler of your sign, retrograded on July 28th at 8 degrees and 43 minutes of the cardinal fire sign of Aries in your house of money, income, what you value, and your resources. And you feel the buildup 5 days before and 5 days after. And Jupiter was transiting in your sign up until May 10th, when it entered Aries in the midst of the eclipses. It will return to the final 2 degrees of your sign on October 28th through December 20th. So you get a little more opportunity to expand. This is the grand benefic, the luckiest planet. And again, it is one of the rulers of your sign. It loves being in Pisces. It gives you an opportunity to really magnetize new things into your life. Right now, it's about your resources and creativity and your value system. But this helps you to expand in so many ways. And also, it's a precursor to the fact that Saturn, which is responsibility, accountability, and karma, will be entering your sign on March 7th of 2023. Saturn will reward you if you're in alignment with what you're trying to do and really working hard and honoring the lessons it provides. However, it can test you, and it can feel restrictive. Jupiter is like Santa Claus bringing you gifts that you didn't necessarily earn. So enjoy the Jupiter expansion and find ways to magnetize when that does come. So we begin the month, and Mars meets up with Uranus on August 1st, and that is a volatile energy. And just again, it's in your house of communication. People could be very combative with that energy. Use this to do research or get work done. It can be very innovative energy, but there could be explosions. It also rules electricity and electronics and computers and the internet, so there could be a lot of issues with that as well. On August 2nd, Venus forms a helpful aspect to Uranus. That could be fun for creative projects, maybe some romantic invitations, or good for work. On, let's see here, on August 4th, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters the mutable Earth sign of Virgo, where it will be through September 23rd, transiting in your house of partnerships and relationships. Good for partnering with others on business projects, a lot of mental work. Mercury rules communication and learning, so excellent in intellectual partnerships, but also good for socializing and meeting people. On August 7th, Venus, the planet of love and value, forms a beautiful aspect to Neptune, which is the modern ruler of your sign, the planet of dreams and imagination, also the higher octave of Venus. Very creative, very romantic energy. However, on that same day, Mars forms a challenging aspect to Saturn, and that can feel restrictive. There's a sign. It can be difficult, but you got to keep going and tap into the imagination. On August 8th, the Sun forms a helpful aspect to Chiron, the wounded healer. And that is a very good energy for healing. But on that day, Venus opposes Pluto late in the day Pacific Daylight Time and early on August 9th, Eastern Daylight Time. And that could bring challenges with romantic relationships or with friendships. There could be breakups with that energy. Definitely could bring power struggles. On August 11th, a lot is happening. The Sun squares Uranus, and that brings a lot of activity and busy energy. And then Venus, the planet of love, money, and what you value, enters the fixed fire sign of Leo, and it enters your house of work and daily routine, and it'll be there through September 5th. So this brings more creativity and fun to your work, to your regimen. And, maybe you're doing creative projects at work. So that's nice energy. And then, let's see, Mars forms a helpful aspect to Neptune, good for getting things done. Then there is a full moon that occurs at 6:36 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 19 degrees and 21 minutes of the fixed air sign of Aquarius. And this occurs in your house of endings, dreams, and imagination. And this sets off for Saturn, the planet of karma and restrictions. Saturn's been transiting in Aquarius on and off really since March of 2020. It initially entered from March 23rd through July 1st, but it re-entered on December 17th, and it will be in Aquarius through March 7th of next year when you take over and it enters your sign. So this sets off where Saturn has been transiting since the beginning of March of this year, and it'll exceed that degree in the beginning of December, reframing what you're trying to structure. For you, it's transiting in the house of endings. letting go of things that are no longer serving you, trying to heal issues that are buried deeply in your subconscious mind. And all of us have these issues somewhere, that it's kind of in a way, wrapping up where Saturn was in all the prior signs, because you are the final sign. So it's just wrapping up really the last 28 and a half, 30 years, if you've been around that long, but whatever. It's a time of releasing things that are blocking you spiritually and also your happiness. And again, preparing for when Saturn comes to your sign and initiates a major new beginning in your life, in your house of beginnings. This is finishing up a chapter. Next March will commence a chapter. On August 14th, the sun opposes Saturn. You could feel tired and drained. You could be a little overwhelmed at work. On August 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, forms a beautiful aspect to Uranus, the planet of innovation and brilliance. And this is really good energy for being innovative and creative and brainstorming and networking. On August 18th, the two benefics of the zodiac are in harmony. Venus, the planet of love, forms a beautiful aspect to Jupiter, the planet of abundance. This is excellent for you, for work and financial opportunities, and feeling optimistic. On August 20th, that is a big deal, big day, Mars, the planet of action and drive, enters the mutable air sign of Gemini, entering your house of home and family and emotional security. And it'll remain there through March 26th of 2023. That's a long time. Mars will retrograde from October 30th through January 12th. It retrogrades at 25 degrees, 37 minutes of Gemini, and it'll station direct on January 12th at 8 degrees and 8 minutes of Gemini. When Mars is retrograde, it retrogrades once every 2 years. That is not a time to initiate something new altogether or to launch something. It's more of a time of rebuilding or renovating or reviewing how you can be more productive wherever it's retrograding. And again, this is around real estate, home, security, if you have your own business, family, relatives. So this is an area where you really, maybe you're going to be doing a lot of renovation. Maybe you're fixing up your home to sell. Maybe you're dealing with relatives you're taking care of. Whatever that is, that's where a lot of action activity is going to be for you for quite a while. Mars will be out of bounds from October 22nd through May 4th, which means that it exceeds the sun's outer limits. It does not play by the rules. It gets charged up, so it's going to intensify a lot of activity for all of us. On August 21st, Mercury opposes Neptune, and that could bring deception or misunderstanding for you with partnerships and relationships. On August 22nd, Mercury forms an empowering aspect to Pluto, and that up-levels and empowers your thinking and makes you feel in charge. And on that date, the sun enters the mutable earth sign of Virgo, where it will be through September 22nd, transiting in your house of relationships and partnerships, and the sun shines wherever it is. So this brings light to that area, good for meeting people, good romantically, good for partnering professionally. On August 24th, that's another major day, Uranus, the planet of shock and surprise and chaos and upheaval, retrogrades at 18 degrees and 55 minutes of the fixed earth sign of Taurus. We feel that 5 days before and 5 days after. And for you, that happens in your house of information and news. You may get very sudden news or surprises. You may hear from somebody out of the blue, but expect the unexpected and know on the collective scale, we're all going to be having some big surprises and changes when Uranus stations. On August 25th, Mercury, the planet of communication, changes signs and enters the cardinal air sign of Libra, be through September 23rd, transiting in your house of death and regeneration, money and debt and taxes, and bringing light to that area so that you can focus, or bringing focus that you can plan, and whether it's tackling debt, whether it's planning how you can heal certain things in your life. Maybe you decide to talk to a therapist. Maybe you're doing some research as to how you can repair certain things financially. On August 26th, Venus squares Uranus. That could be exciting. It could also be a bit disruptive. With work, could be a lot going on, but it could be very innovative energy. On August 27th, there is a new moon that takes place at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 4 degrees and 4 minutes of the mutable Earth sign of Virgo in your house of relationships and partnerships. The new moon is always a time to set intentions and plant new seeds. It falls in your house of partnerships. If you're single, excellent for meeting new people and partnering with others in many different ways. Do the law of abundance, set those intentions, and be specific. It's Virgo, very specific energy. And on that day, the sun squares Mars, which can bring a combative tone, but also good for propelling you forward and getting things done. On August 28th, Venus forms an opposition to Saturn, and that could bring obstacles at work. There could be endings. Maybe there are issues with clients. It's a tough energy, so just work hard and just know that it's not the easiest. On August 29th, the North Node of Karma aspects Chiron, the wounded healer, and that is a cosmic invitation to heal on the collective, and for you it will bring a lot of intensity, I believe, and I wish you a lot of luck. Thank you very much.